Warning, the voices heard in this video are made synthetically using artificial intelligence. Nothing in this video reflects anything actually stated by the real-life individuals involved. This video is for entertainment purposes only, and serious political content will be avoided for that purpose. Enjoy!
Hello everyone, I'm Joe Biden's husband. Welcome to the magical world of Narnia. Today it looks like we will be exploring the Fire Temple to gather the crystals needed to win the world over for the archdemon and save Hyrule. Let me check my bag for enough Pokeballs real quick.
Donald, did you switch his damn pills again?
No, I promised peace as long as we were doing this playthrough. I'd cut back on it. Don't look at me, you Democrat. I'm sure Joe's mind has finally just fallen.
Oh, my bad. He must have slept through his pill schedule then. Don't worry, I always keep one in my suit pocket. Joe, open up. Here comes the airplane.
Ooh, airplane. Thank you, handsome stranger.
All right, Donald, just take over for this next fight. This pill is several ADHD medicines, concentrated Red Bull, and Chemical X. It should kick in after one Dragon Age fight sequence.
Babe, wake up, new Sleepy Joe lore just dropped. But fine, I guess I can cook one more time, since I won't get another chance to do it for the viewers for almost a month, given our editor's upload schedule. Also, Jesus. Joe took so long that the soldiers in the tower are all dead. Thanks a lot, Papa Joe.
A bit unfortunate, but those soldiers are just distractions anyway, so no big deal. Donald, these first fights are not too big a deal, so I'm sure Joe will get plenty of content today.
Yeah, and plenty of scenes to add to the death montage.
Donald, we are not doing a death montage.
Screw you, I'm sure our viewers want it. Are you afraid of a fair voting process, Obama?
Oh, hey guys, when did you get here? You all are early to play today, huh? Wait. Donald, unhand my Hello Kitty laptop at once. It's my turn to play, and I need to secure the tower for the wardens.
Yeah. Don't worry, Joe. Playing with this Barbie plastic toy instead of my setup wasn't my first choice. You forgot your damn meds, and we're about to try and throw pokeballs at Darkspawn or some shit. So here you go. I'm glad I can sit back and wait for my DoorDash now so I get McDonald's and a show tonight.
Oh, that's what Kamala was talking about a few hours ago. I thought she was just interrupting my nap. Do I need to do an opening, or are we good boys?
Technically, you did one, Joe, so I guess it's okay this time, but next time, please stay on brand. Anyway, what's your game plan for the tower today, Joe? You should have the same difficulty of fights that Donald had, plus you have the first real boss today. How do you feel?
Well, I'm not afraid of Darkspawn. I know what to do for this tower, more or less. But not going to lie, the Ogre fight was keeping me up at night when I realized what was coming. I only got 18 hours the last few days, instead of my normal 22, since I was trying to come up with a plan. Thankfully, I remembered there's a few benefits to this job. I have. And I called our leading military minds for a conference yesterday to figure out the optimal strategy to take care of this ogre. We dubbed it Operation Running Dwarf, and we will be unveiling it later, if all goes well.
Joe, that's a huge misuse of military powers and taxpayer dollars. You realize there's guides on YouTube for everything, right?
Damn it! I was checking my DoorDash order. I didn't have time to record Joe admitting to that to get him impeached. I hate how slow DC DoorDashers are. They are the true enemy of my 2024 campaign.
Editor, please cut that part out about the military meeting. And Donald, if you didn't order 3 of every item on the menu, I'm sure the DoorDash order would get there quicker.
Well, you still cleared him, Joe, now to enter this tower. This first fight is make or break, Joe. You're really going to want to think about how you want to play this.
Yeah, okay, boys. Don't worry, I'm faster and stronger now. I'd say harder too, but like Lincoln, I cannot tell a lie. And these meds hit different. I know there's a grease trap and this spawn mage fantasies every night deeply about lighting bitches up with it. But I'm not giving him the satisfaction. I am going to poke the mage and archers with bows and magic, and then once they're worn down, I'll send in the crew to finish it off.
Jesus, Joe, have some balls. For once in your 1,000-year life. You're not even using your whole team. And we have 2 tanks on our team. You only have a few minutes of life left, Anyway, are you going to use a melee weapon before you die?
Donald Joe is cooking right now. It might not be flashy, but since we don't have a rogue, respecting the grease trap is a good call. And it ensures we won't get an easy sack. I mean, even you used the rogue fraud in the wilds last session to poke. Joe is just cranking it up a notch.
The difference is, I know how to make plays. Joe is playing so safe. I could put on a wall-drying compilation and be more entertained. Are you going to remember we have swords, Joe?
All right. I'll move up a bit now that the mage blew his fireball load already. Problem is the damn Woodgate makes targeting the mage almost impossible, since the cursor doesn't register clicks through objects, since that technology didn't fucking exist in 2009, I guess. So I gotta take my damn time.
Joe, I know you're in the late stages of decomp and you're super hard pretending this mage is the player character or some shit, but can you please let our sword and shield tank use a damn sword? Please, you're not even using his powers right now.
Oh, my bad. I'm hyper-focused on this hot mage. Totally forgot about our little guy. All right, he's getting in their face now. Does that arouse your attention, Donald?
Why did you say it like that? Also fine, even if that fight was slower than your speeches, at least you didn't wipe good shit, I guess.
Well, since we have a lot of fights left before any story shit happens, what are your opinions on Ostagar as a whole, boys? I'm genuinely curious, since we have been a bit quiet about Ostagar, except for shitting on Davith and Jory. Personally, I think the prologue has been pretty fun, going back to it. But maybe this section was too narrative focused. I think they wanted to introduce so many story elements, like the Wardens, Darkspawn, Morrigan and Flemeth, and the King, that the gameplay and character interactions fell a bit flat. Basically, some hype moments, but a bit flat on the gameplay side.
Honestly, I'd just say mid overall, Barack. Unlike the Origin, which is usually unique since you get 6 options, and even out of those 6 options, the Origins usually have a few moral choices too. That can mix up a playthrough like how our Origin could have been different if we confronted Trian instead. Ostagar doesn't really have many choices. It's a very linear experience with few choices. Sure, there's some highlights and the story's okay, but as a player, I always dread this point till we get to Loithering and finally open the world up from the straight line, that is, Ostagar.
Well, I agree. They could have added more moral choices, Donald, and the gameplay is a bit blander during Ostagar as a result. I would say this section has a few things going for it. The combat becomes a bit challenging if you're playing on harder difficulties, which teaches the player that they have to think before they act and gives a good window as to what is to come and prepares the player well. They introduce how enemies utilize their elite units and mages, like in the bridge fight last episode, and the first tower fight just back there. Plus, some of the campsite interactions are good tutorials too, like when you stole the sword. Donald, it teaches players how useful the coercion skill is in this game. Also, we didn't do it this playthrough, but if you grab the pickpocket skill and steal from people around camp, using that skill, a guard will approach Duncan about arresting you, and then Duncan will have a unique conversation with you, warning you about being careful when stealing from others, implying that there will be consequence later. I really like Ostagar personally for that reason, and also the amazing cinematic moments like the joining and the battle scenes.
Okay, Joe, I'm definitely suspicious now as to how the fuck you're able to analyze this game so well.
The meds hit different today, Donald. Anyways, viewers' comment question for the day. What do you think of Ostagar? Do you think it's a good tutorial? Do you think it's too linear? Let us know. Our editor will be sure to respond to each comment as normal.
Wait, Joe, if you're playing today, you had to be the one to ask that question. Unsurprisingly, you are breaking the rules.
No big deal. Donald Joe is a bit camera shy since it's his first run. I'll give my man a pass since he's playing well and had a good opinion.
That's my brother from another mother. Thanks, Barry. Good looking out.
Joe, there's no way you actually remembered the ambush behind those doors. You got lost and wandered into them, didn't you?
Nope, baby. It was all skill.
This guy rolled a 1 in intelligence and a damn 11 out of 10 in luck. He can't keep getting away with this.
Donald, have some faith in Joe. He might not get gamer visions, but he is almost as knowledgeable in this game as I am. And as long as he is on his medication, he is an excellent gamer.
Obama, I could give a frog the amount of ADHD meds you just gave Joe. And if he didn't OD, I'm pretty sure he would speed run the damn archdemon, so you saying that means nothing.
Just watch and learn, little D. I'm about to show you how the best mage player in America gets things done. This guy might not have a name, but he has 10 times the usefulness of the 2 frauds from last episode who don't have a name. Someone faxed Duncan a note to give this guy the jug and make him a warden. I think Donald had a few extra vials anyway.
You're only hard for him since
I'm
he's
not
a
hard
mage,
for him.
Joe? Also, are you seriously going to be controlling him in battle instead of our actual player character? This feels illegal. This should in fact be an impeachable offense right here.
All our guy has to do is run up to the thing that's doing the most damage and tank. Our mage has to DP. And I find that more engaging. So sit back and relax. Little D.
Let him cook, Donald. I trust Joe. He is cautious, but he gets results.
I'm sure that's what he told Jill the first time in bed too, Obama.
I'm sure every one of your ex-wives has even less to say about you, Donald.
Okay, you got your lick in, Joe. Very impressive. Now, if you can do it without being high on adrenochrome, Red Bull and Barracks teat, I might actually be hurt.
Loghain better be ready to charge as soon as we light the signal. The king is depending on us.
Man, I can't wait for the big bad Loithering, the hero of River Dane, to 360 no-scope the archdemon, ending the blight. Then me, Alistair, and Duncan all go out for brews.
Then, of course, our little guy returns to Orzammar, reconciles with Belen, and decides to rule jointly as platonic brothers with all the servant tail a dwarf could ask for.
I know you all are taking the piss, but imagine an actual happy ending for a Dragon Age player character. That's the unachievable dream.
Never gonna happen. Barry BioWare gets off to tragedy. Also, I know we should probably be talking about the fights more, but there's so little going on. I don't really see a point. Basically, the rest of the tower is the same spawn we fought before in the wilds, and only the first fight requires some tactics.
Can't win them all, Joe. Every game has its filler. I'm sure our editor is cutting through some of these to keep things interesting.
Thank God for that. I was afraid you would start telling the viewers about the lore of this tower and how it was erected after a dwarf and an elf made out and inspired ishael to make this tower.
Joe, I know you have trouble remembering your wife's name and what your job is, but can you please let the dogs out?
Whoo, 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 whoo.
Goddamn it, Joe, we talked about this, but Donald is serious. There's a lever to your left.
Oh, okay.
Go get them little guys.
Man, seeing the dogs wreck the spawn is getting me excited to see our own good boy soon. You guys still have the name mapped out?
Yes, we do, Donald. Don't worry. When the time comes later, this episode, I promise it will be good.
Sounds good, Joe. You're doing real good so far, too. Only one major fight to go. And then you can show everyone your boss strats.
Ha, perfect timing too. My DoorDasher just got apprehended by Secret Service trying to enter the White House, and the food was confiscated. Now I can enjoy my meal for free since he'll mark it undelivered, all while Joe gets bent over by this ogre like his name's Fiona.
You know, guys, I think I've played enough for today. Why don't we call it an episode while I can still call it deathless? I mean, I've been playing for a while. I only got 18 hours of sleep last night. Plus, I stubbed my toe, and my grandma died at some point in my life.
Joe, I think the fuck. Not, it's only been 15 minutes. You got to break an hour like the rest of us and get the editor mandated 50 hours of content.
Yeah, otherwise he might change his DoorDash password. Go get him, Fraud Biden.
All right, fine. I'll equip the right tactics on everybody. Time to show everyone the power of Operation Running Dwarf. Wish me luck, boys.
Netflix adaptation be like, maybe he's friendly.
Be nice to him, Joe. You're about to be real familiar with him.
All right, big boy, thanks for the thumbnail. Now everyone get their ranged weapons out, but I will send our little guy to face him head on since I know Donald likes that.
Why not have Alistair switch to a sword too? He does more damage.
Well, Donald, this guy is going to be moving around a lot sooner or later, because that's how the Ogre eye works. When moving around, melee units have to follow, and it weakens their DPS, but bows don't have that problem. We still need one melee for the tanking, though, and our guy does it better. Also, I popped a rock salve to give him rock-hard defenses that last 6 hours.
Wait, what the hell? That's cheating.
Donald, they are literal items in the game, even if most people forget about them. For difficult bosses like this one, they can make a big difference. And in Nightmare solo runs, they are essential.
Have you done one of those, Barry?
But once to prepare for Inquisition's launch, the AI manipulation I had to put on my rogue was so tiring, I don't think I could do it again without melting my face and brain worse than if I opened the Ark from Indiana Jones.
Speaking of manipulation, I'm manipulating this Ogre like he's a freshman and I'm a super senior.
Good one, Joe. Also, you're limiting your potion use. It's absolutely beautiful.
This can't be happening, right? The Ogre is definitely about to pull out his second stage and wipe the party here, right? Obama, please tell me you're pranking me.
This is happening, Donald. I told you to let him cook. I think Joe has shown you his game. Knowledge is still sharp, and that you owe him more credit, Donald.
All this has proven his origins is piss easy Barack.
Whatever. Hey, Joe, don't forget to let our little guy finish him with a melee hit.
Oh shit, good call, Barry. Damn, our little guy has mad hops. Sign him up, Lakers. We are going pro.
That animation never gets old, Joe. You did amazing today. I could kiss you right now.
Oh, hell yeah, Barry, get over here.
It was rhetorical, Joe.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined. Not even the bucket of sweet and sour can make up for it. I feel so robbed today. Just light the damn beacon, Joe.
With pleasure, Donald.
Sound the retreat.
Fucking pussy!
Damn, tell me how you really feel, I guess. Also,
Come on.
Catherine has a damn two-hander and a shield. What kind of max stat build is she running?
I mean, she literally has equal stats to the archdemon, which is a actual
all
god.
Of you, let's move.
She can do whatever the fuck she wants, being honest.
Oh God, I hope you won't be handling that fight. Donald, we might get too much content for that death compilation that you desperately want to show viewers.
Now hold on, Joe. You beat one boss and suddenly you're a new man or something? Your old medicated ass can't get lucky like this forever. And when that happens, I hope you're ready for the shit flinging.
How the hell did the Grey Wardens get this overwhelmed? I know they were expecting the reinforcements, but I seriously expected Grey Wardens to have a better handle of this fight. It never really made sense to me.
Skill issue. Oh no, the king.
He was one day to retirement.
Duncan's last move was to speedrun the fastest ogre kill in this game. What a legend.
Press F to pay respects, boys.
F. 'Cause 'F. 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 'Cause
Well, that's the game, everybody. The archdemon wins and takes over Ferelden. Join us next time, where we try to run it back in Dragon Age 2.
God damn it, Donald, you have to stop doing this.
Well, it's not my fault. This scene is ripped straight from my dreams. Maybe if she stops jumping out of nowhere, I can calm my feelings.
Yeah, I mean, Morrigan's nice. But can we appreciate how toned our little guy is? I wish I could eat every meal on those abs.
I seriously don't even know who to respond to anymore, but yeah, viewers, despite Loghain's best attempt at wiping the Wardens, thankfully Flemeth used her divine plot intervention to save us and heal our Warden and Alistair back to normal.
How long have we been out?
Given the state of the world, after we leave here, I would imagine we have been unconscious for weeks since Loghain is back in Denerim and already has agents sent out to various parts of Ferelden. Weird, they don't call attention to that, though.
So Morrigan's been alone, touching my unconscious body for weeks. God, what a magnificent world we live in.
Most likely Flemeth has been touching you just as much, if not more, given what Morrigan says here.
Still worth it.
Ugh. Well, anyway, there's a lot of random bits of lore here that build into the mystery of Flemeth here. How she somehow has anti-Darkspawn wards, something we will never hear about again after this. To how Flemeth somehow heals our fatal injuries, but the biggest mystery of all is how she rescued us from the top of the tower. Morrigan takes the piss a bit here, but it's genuinely really curious how she did that.
I said it last episode, I'll say it again. Welcome to the railroad, Cho-Cho. There's barely a reason. Flemeth knew to save us, let alone how she did it. She just used her god magic to say, "Fuck you, Darkspawn, we need plot."
Damn, Ostagar sounds like a hellhole right now. If only there was some way to go back and check it out. A return to Ostagar, maybe.
Oh, good shit. Joe, yeah, we will definitely be doing that later down the line. All of the DLC deserves our attention, except maybe Darkspawn Chronicles. That one can suck it.
Well, glad to see Flemeth has taste in saving Alistair, too.
True, it's damn good to see him. RIP to that mage in the tower, though he was a real one, too. Sad to see him go.
We will be getting a better mage shortly, so that mage can burn in the fires of Avernus for all I care.
Speaking of Loghain, boys, I saw you had a very volatile reaction to Loghain's betrayal. So, what are your guys' thoughts about the betrayal?
I think he is a dick, and he can go eat one once I kill him.
Yeah, it's on site. Duncan is dead because of him. He barely loses to Jory in terms of overall cowardice.
I don't know, guys. I mean, strategically, do you guys really think his flank would have won the battle?
Barack, are you seriously defending Loghain? Of all people, he's a coward and a pussy. Do you like him because liars stick together or something?
Look, all I'm saying is I don't think the battle was really winnable here, even with the flank. Everyone really underestimated the Darkspawn's numbers, it's clear, by how easily even the Wardens were overwhelmed. Yes, the king may have been saved, and maybe a few Wardens, but at the cost of how many more soldiers? At least Loghain got all his men alive to fight another day. In my opinion, it's really no different than choosing to let the council die in mass, effect of one, because you don't want to sacrifice Alliance soldiers. Yes, it's not a morally good choice, but it's not outright evil either. I think the situation is more gray than some people give it credit for.
Barack, I can't tell if you're taking the piss or not. The difference in that example is the battle was still won by sacrificing the council. Here, Loghain retreated like a pussy and accomplished piss. Oh, we don't even know how much soldiers Loghain spared, and it's not like those soldiers do anything significant to the blight that we know of anyway.
Plus, he let every Grey Warden die during a goddamn blight. He nearly doomed everyone just to kill the king and run away like a coward.
Joe, I really don't think we can factor Grey Wardens into that decision. No one outside the Wardens know why Grey Wardens are needed to end the blight. Even our own character doesn't know why we are needed outside the treaties. As far as Loghain knows, he sacrificed elite soldiers who exist to die fighting Darkspawn anyway, to spare his own troops. From his own perspective, he isn't wrong. He's just making an educated decision based on incomplete knowledge.
Nope. He's a coward and a power-hungry idiot. Barry, this is probably your worst take. Maybe you like him since you can relate to his awful war crimes or some shit.
Look, Barack, you can defend your war criminal boyfriend all you like, but if you think we are siding with that douche over our bro Alistair, you're dead wrong.
God damn it, guys. There's like 12 different ways to handle Loghind's fate. All I'm trying to do is create some food for thought. But fuck me, I guess.
Yeah, gross. Do that shit on your own time, Barry.
They're obligated to help us during a blight.
I may be old, but dwarves, elves, mages, this Arl Eamon, and who knows what else. This sounds like an army to me.
Time for the plot, boys. Let's build an army.
Hell yeah, we have been ready to be Grey Wardens since Donald took the jug last episode.
And so our story truly begins in the world of Dragon Age, opens up to us.
There you go with the goated one-liners, Barry. But now that we have the plot before us, where should we go first? We have a lot of options.
That will have to be a discussion we have to have together, boys. We should all agree on what main mission we do first. I have an idea, but we have some time to decide on it.
I have the perfect roadmap, boys, but more importantly, our girl is finally joining the party. She is going to be our staple DPS, believe me.
I don't know if we need her. Maybe she can stay back here with Mommy Flemeth.
Joe, I will fucking eviscerate you, get her sexy ass on this party before you have a DEath Con event on your hand.
Relax, Donald. We literally have to bring her. Also, Morrigan is a bit of a tsundere. She will object to you approving of her joining you vocally, but you earn more approval by expressing interest in having her join.
She's not a dear tsundere. She has a jello heart. She's not that mean.
Can you weebs shut the hell up and stop ruining this for me also, Joe? Your singing is somehow worse than your gameplay.
Considering how much I have cooked today, that must mean I should sign up for American Idol. Also, Donald, stop acting like you're not the biggest tsundere in this call.
The paragon of tsunderes even? Baka!
I have no idea what the fuck you two are on about. I'm not pretending. I actively hate you two Democrats. I'm only here for the viewers in Morrigan.
Sure thing, Donald. We know you love us. Anyways, just for you, big guy, we got your wife in the party.
Yeah, sure, thanks.
See, there's a smile. Also, let's equip Morrigan. Then we can be on our way. Wait, oh shit, our items.
All right, viewers. So apparently the two tower companions don't give their items back. Thankfully, Joe's dementia came in handy because he saves every 30 seconds because he forgets when he does it. So we went back, stripped them, and did the whole Morrigan scene, which was amazing for me. But if you don't want to do that, make sure you strip them nude before lighting the beacon.
I'll take the compliment, I guess. Also, hey, there's your boyfriend, Barry.
Joe, I told you those Tegan images just popped up on my screen. I was looking for tea recipes, and oh, wait, you meant Login. Shut up.
Whoa, Barack, I knew you loved men, but you are a Tegan fan? Honestly, not bad taste.
I am literally married with kids. I have no idea what you two are on about. It was just a wrong Google search.
That proves nothing, Barry. It's okay, you were born this way. Hey.
How many song references are we going to put in this video?
Well, while Barack is simping viewers, there's Honora, Loithring's daughter, the only thing that coward ever did right. Even if her personality is a 1 out of 10. She has 10 out of 10 looks. And she make the male human noble a king. So I love her for that reason.
So you kill her dad, then marry her. Also, you cheat on Morrigan with her.
Hey, it's just the grind, and good thing both of them respect the grind.
Liliana does too, even to the degree that it's an official title as Mistress to the King or Queen of Ferelden in Inquisition.
Good points, gentlemen. Also, speaking of Inquisition, Tegan becomes essentially the Ferelden ambassador for all the later games, which I know there is lore reasons. But it's still weird given how many Ferelden nobles we meet in this game, besides him.
It's probably just BioWare being aware of all the Tegan simps out there.
Risk civil war. If Eamon were here.
Van Tegan, my father is doing what is best.
Did he also do what was best for your husband, Your Majesty?
Damn Tegan clapped her back so hard she malfunctioned.
Oh wait, is it time? Oh, there he is, good boy.
These Darkspawn really don't realize how fucked they are bullying a Grey Warden's dog.
Yeah, this should really be one of those moments where the darkspawn freeze. You look to the camera and start running away like an old cartoon.
Yeah, we have the immortal dog on our hands against some basic bitch spawn with the only strong unit being one Vanguard. This is an easy clear. They should be running for their lives right now.
Plus, we have Morrigan now, who, fine, is a pretty strong DPS Donald. But it's too bad her spell selection is always so scattered. I get the developers want you to experiment with different schools, but I would rather her be a blank slate, except for the specialization, than have spells scattered like this.
Just give my girl some time, Joe. She will be our MVP in a few episodes. So, Joe, now that he is safe, what are we naming our good boy?
All right, well, I wanted to honor a former presidential pet in this playthrough, particularly one that was in office when this game came out. Me and Barry here agreed on Bo, who sadly got taken to the great farm in the sky a few years ago.
Yeah, Bo would often sit with me when I would be working or even playing through the Dragon Age series. I don't want to get into it much right now, but I appreciate the gesture, Joe.
Goddamn, I really can't argue with that. Boy's glad we have a presidential dog on the squad.
Donald, are you crying right now?
No, goddamn it, I just had something on my eye.
Told you I'd get him, Barry.
Right, again, Joe. Also here, we have the bandit clowns. Lots of fun ways to handle this one. How are you going to proceed, Joe?
Kill him, Joe! How dare they ask us to give them our money for free?
Donald, Jesus, I know I made you cry, but calm down. I thought you would respect their grind set, at least.
Hell no, I don't. They are idiots. And just a step above homeless people. Plus, if they want to shake us down for money, they need to learn presidents don't negotiate with terrorists.
I don't know how these guys are comparable to terrorists. They are just bandits with poor planning, but also, Joe, the Grey Warden name drop, will have consequences later.
Oh, I know what you are talking about. It doesn't really matter, though. If Joe recruits, who I think he will, the Grey Warden name drops will happen regardless.
I'm not sure what you guys mean, but going back to what you said earlier, Barack, there really isn't that many choices, as you're implying. There's just intimidating and extorting them, or fighting them and extorting them. I know technically you can pay the toll, but let's be real. Nobody did that, except in the rare case. You're not paying attention, or you just wanted to see what happens.
Yeah, I am on your side here, Joe. I know sometimes Dragon Age is good about evil choices, but can you imagine an evil playthrough where you just take over this bandit operation and have them extort others and pay you passive money or a lump sum, or even just taking over the town before the blight comes?
Well, that is a cool idea, but I'm not sure how it would work with Loithering just a week away or so from destruction. Also, there is an option if you pay the toll and leave that you can have the Templars drive them off for you.
That still involves negotiating with terrorists, which I just said we don't do. Plus, that probably means we can't loot all the money they have on him.
Kinda cool, but again, I don't think many players did that, since the obvious choice is to fight these guys also. As much as I love Bo, I can't wait to get the gorgeous Liliana on our team.
Speaking of Barack, check your phone. I sent you something.
Oh, okay, Donald. Also, good shit with this fight. Joe, way to be hard on crime. Are you going to execute them or let them go?
Kill him, Joe, and take the rest of his money. If he can't be useful to us in life, he can at least be a useful corpse.
God damn, that was really dark, Donald. Had a bit too much edge to go with your McDonald's today, did we?
Hey, I just know this asshole is holding out on us renegade for life.
I mean, I don't think he is really worth it. And Donald, you better not go all Dark Urge on us, but I guess I can see why you want to kill him.
I'm seizing their goods for the good of America. Now, good sir, turn yourself into the authorities, or I will bend you over faster than Liliana.
Hey, that was my joke, asshole.
I upgraded it. Donald, just be happy. Also, guess this guy wants to get his cheeks clapped by me after all.
I'm not going down without a fight.
Good shit, Joe. Don't forget to loot everything here. There's a lot of quests here that we can pick up, but no worries. I will finish them all next episode.
Well, there it is. Loithering. Pretty as a painting.
Oh,
Damn, it feels like after every fight there's another cutscene. The game really doesn't want us going anywhere. Thank God the Wilds didn't do this shit to me.
It is the tutorial of a narrative-focused RPG, Donald. It's bound to happen. This scene brings up a good point, though. Where should we head to first? There are 5 main quests we can tackle. In any order, what are you thinking, boys?
Obviously, Orzammar, it's not only the quest with the most combat and the best boss fights, but also because of our origin, we will have unique interactions and an end to our origin story.
You made some good points, but it's only been an hour or two since we left. Plus, we should build up our team and equipment first. We will need a lot of supplies to get through the deep roads. Let's give it some time to finish our origin, Donald.
I won't need the supplies, and you're such a pussy gamer, you won't need the equipment either.
This should be good.
Let's head back to the dwarves' barack.
No, let's go to the mages. First, we will get Wynn, our healer, and that quest gives us plenty of supplies and stat boosts.
All right, ladies, you are both beautiful.
No way you just said that after all the receipts we got on you this episode.
Yeah, whatever. I'm not having another character creation debate, so let's compromise. Since you both made good points, Donald, I do agree that Orzammar is probably the strongest story of the 5 and the best gameplay too, but it would be anticlimactic to go finish our origin this early, and we stock up on supplies for the deep roads. So let's do the circle first, then Orzammar second.
How is that a compromise? You're literally just taking Joe's side and telling me to wait. Not surprising, stiffing me of all people, though.
Oh, come on, Donald. You have to admit it's a bit early to finish our origin regardless. If you won't concede due to berries and my hesitation, at least consider that the viewers will enjoy it more to build up suspense.
Guess it's too much to ask for a fair vote with the viewers with you two in the call rigging votes. So fine, as long as we do Orzammar second, I'll concede in the hope the viewers enjoy it.
I'm sure they will. Donald also, it's weird. This conversation suggests going to Loithering is an option at the start, when we can't actually find him until the end of the game.
It's probably just to let us know we will have to confront him later in the game, but it could have been a scrapped idea too.
To you, perhaps. You would find the moss growing upon a stone interesting.
You know what's more interesting than that? Apostates. Mages outside of the tower. That's illegal, you know.
You did not read that in a book somewhere, did you? I hope the small letters did not strain you overmuch.
That's my girl Morrigan, putting every other NPC in their place.
Damn Alistair ain't getting back up from that one. Usually that kind of treatment costs $50 an hour online.
Hey, look, it's Gideon Emery, boys.
You, why the fuck is Fenris cosplaying as a Templar?
Makes sense, honestly, the most sensible cameo in this game. I love hearing him, as every Empire soldier in Skyrim too.
Yeah, I think his role as Fenris was a skyrocket in his career. He does voice a few people in this game, but this one stands out for being an obvious Fenris voice in hindsight.
You know, I'm just now realizing the severe lack of elves in this game. If you don't pick an elven origin, I think this is the second elf we have seen all game.
Yeah, if you don't pick one of the 2 elven origins, there's not many. And we picked a dwarf origin, which means all we would see are dwarves. It also doesn't help, it's easy to miss some elves as elven because they look no different from humans if they cover their ears in this game.
Yeah, but it's better than the goddamn demons that exist in Dragon Age 2, unless you're Fenris or Merrill. They had them looking like demonic meth addicts.
Kind of weird how we can mention we drove off the bandits, but not offer to give them something they may have lost. They mentioned going to get their stuff, but we looted everything off those guys, not sure anything was left.
You can give them money at the start, but it's probably just an oversight.
Vengeance should be all the money they need.
Bro, just casually pushing a priest.
Maybe the priest shouldn't be harassing a hard-working businessman.
Donald, he is price gouging people, not only during a crisis, but a crisis where they will all most likely be dead within a week.
Well, maybe they should have planned better. Why interrupt a young man on his grind set? You afraid of stimulating the economy or some shit?
People can't even afford what he is charging. How is that stimulating the economy?
Well, if they got their money up, they would be screwing over others like this guy too. See, my beautiful Morrigan understands the art of the deal.
Donald, we're not helping this douche. These people deserve something going their way before they die.
Not surprised you are afraid of money and allergic to stimulating the economy, Sleepy Joe. Fine. But next time I take over, he'll be sure to get our money up, since it will be up to me anyway, you cucks.
Yeah, sure thing, Donald. It's not like I'm the one that insisted on you doing more side quests that naturally give us all the money we need. You're right, being a dick is the only way to earn money.
It's the most efficient way, you damn virgin.
Not saying the line again, but moving on. Did you guys know if you pickpocket this merchant, he has a unique Tier 7 T-Vinter crossbow that deals bonus damage to demons? I don't think our pickpocket skill will be high enough, but it's a crazy mystery why this random guy has it.
Bro is not your agent.
It's truly not worth operating this far south.
Well, given that line he just said, and the fact he has a T-Vinter crossbow, I think it's safe to say he is from Tevinter, which also explains why he is such a dick. He probably just got the bow from a magister or a soldier. I imagine they deal with demons a lot over there.
May the Maker watch over your path.
Hey, look, Donald, it's a straggler from January 6th.
Oh, you poor patriot. I'm so proud of you, but you need to go home now. Live to fight another day and... Hey, wait a minute. Shut the fuck up, Joe. I thought we finally met a true patriot in this game. Instead, we have this dude who is higher on his supply than you are.
Good one, Joe, but also, this guy is suffering from some major PTSD and appears to be a Chasian too. We can't learn too much about the Chasen in any game, but they are nomadic tribes, like the Dalish, who have a different pantheon and originated a lot of current noble families when they were more commonplace. There's some around here, but we can't learn too much about them.
Yeah, Morgan says there's a huge tie-in with Flemeth and a debate as to whether she's a Chasen herself, but the lore is so scattered on these guys, we're better off trying to understand this loud prick here.
All I know about the Chasen is they have some crazy herbalism techniques and even invented a way to get high.
Of fucking course, that's all you know.
Not getting into it. Donald, also, what we do here doesn't appear to matter at all. It would be nice if the speech check here adds a new shop in Denerim or something. Either way, I guess we're being nice to be nice.
Yeah, it looks like just how the evil options could use more rewards and variety. The good options could use some upgrades too. Long as things are balanced, I guess I can't really complain. I've noticed in a lot of other RPGs, the good options are always more rewarded than the evil ones.
No game really balances out evil and good options perfectly. This game, Fallout 3, and Baldur's Gate are probably the closest to a rewarding evil playthrough, along with a rewarding good playthrough.
Ever notice how much personality the Chantry lost between 2 and Inquisition? The Chantry used to be full of chanters and rambling old women, and now it's more or less like every other monotheistic church with the same kind of bureaucracy and corruption. Why can't we go back to nerdy dudes who have to speak in chants?
Not wrong, albeit I don't think Inquisition fully changed the Chantry, just added aspects, since the Chantry was more essential to the story, while in Origins and 2, it was there mostly for flavor. While I do agree the initial idea had more personality, the Chantry's presentation in Inquisition helps set up the tone perfectly for the political drama in Inquisition. Also, Joe, just go ahead and pick up the quest. I will tackle that next episode.
Well, hopefully one day the writers figure out what direction they want their pseudo-Christian organization to take. Do they want it as a big business with multiple political hooks in countries? Or do they...
Oh, hold, I'm about to 200 IQ this guy.
What? Oh, you got this.
Ha! Good one, Joe!
What hath man's sin wrought?
Oh, he cheated.
Oh, Jesus, Joe, don't do anything weird now.
Donald, calm down. I may be a degenerate, but I'm not a damn criminal.
I beg to differ, Sleepy.
Oh yeah, Donald. Tell me again about your daughter.
Okay, seriously guys, shut the fuck up. Joe, go ahead and give this kid a silver, and we will try to help him out with one of the Chantry quests next episode.
Oh right, I forget this whole scene is a setup for a side quest, damn poor kid.
And thus the only wholesome thing you have ever done and ever will do to a child, Joe? How do you feel?
I feel like you probably do after you disappoint another woman in the bedroom. Content with doing the bare minimum.
I'm supposed to wait
Shit.
here, in the village.
Barak, can you teach me some of that deep breathing?
Oh, wait a minute. I just realized.
Hey, Barak, did you get my text message a few minutes ago?
Oh, yeah, I did, Donald. Completely unrelated to that, though. Joe, I'm feeling mighty thirsty. Do you think you could pause the game and grab me some water from the White House kitchen?
Of course, Barry, my oldest friend, I will happily get you anything you need just as soon as I enter this tavern here. Kill the 5 Loghain soldiers and recruit the red-headed goddess that is Liliana.
Oh shit, Barak, he is onto us.
Joe, how in the hell do you remember how many soldiers there are in the tavern? Even I don't remember that.
Well, you see, Barry, when you first showed me this game and I met the most beautiful creature in all of Thetis, I would make a hard save right before meeting her, because whenever she would say the line, "am coming with you," I absolutely went insane and would replay the fight over and over until I...
That's it, I don't need a shot of bleach. Give me a whole gallon.
Look, Joe, we have had enough of this with Donald. I just want meeting Liliana to be a bit more controlled. Why don't you cut it here and I will pick it up next time?
Well, I don't think you understand the situation here, Barry. We are in my house right now on my laptop. At any moment, I can kick you 2 out and do a solo run. So why don't we all sit down and enjoy Papa Joe, meet our romance path for this game.
We aren't doing a romance, but Barak, just sit back and do some breathing with me while Joe loses his shit more than normal.
Look what we have here, then. I think we've just been blessed.
Uh-oh. Loghain's men.
Bro was just waiting at a bar for a dwarf to show up randomly. Wait a minute. Why does that make perfect sense now that I said it out loud?
It seems we were lied to.
Hung. She, uba.
They're more than that.
Bark. We are you.
Joe, when you are done, please lock in and kill these guys.
Oh, God, but of course I will defend you, my love.
I can't really clown him for his reaction. I'm actually just impressed. His heart hasn't failed from getting aroused.
The meds giveth and the meds taketh away, Donald.
My love gives me strength, boys. I'm killing them one by one, all for you, my dear.
Well, while we have some time with this last fight, viewers, I think it's important to note a little disclaimer. There should be a video every 2 weeks. We don't have a specific day that we plan to upload, but 2 weeks is still our target. Maybe in the future we might experiment with shorter episodes weekly, but for now we will keep it as is. Also, if there is a delay, it's usually just because 11 Labs has a monthly character limit. So sometimes the editor writes out paces that character limit, and his broke ass doesn't want to buy a more expensive sub.
Good shit, Joe. Way to finish strong. Now, what's your decision on how to handle the leader? Do you spare him, or...
I will drag him to the lake and drown him slowly for his disrespect of my queen.
Yes, Joe, let the hate flow through you.
Joe, you don't have to do this.
Barry, it is my duty to give him the slowest, most painful death possible for threatening Liliana. I'm going to enjoy this.
Joe, Liliana is asking you to spare him.
Oh, why, of course, my dear. Whatever you say, have a pleasant day. Good sir, please inform Loghain that we will be killing him shortly.
Biggest simp switch up.
At least I don't have to pay for it.
Well, with the disclaimer made and the pests dealt with, why don't we talk about Liliana? What do you boys think about her? More so. Donald, Joe, you have made your feelings well established.
Well, have you ever seen that meme of every girl is bi? You just have to figure out if it's bisexual or bipolar. Liliana is both.
Fair enough. Well, like Morrigan, I like that. They built some intrigue with her off the bat with her mysterious combat skills and her maker vision. But I have to say, when compared with Morrigan's intrigue in her intro, Liliana does fall somewhat flat. But that may be, because Morrigan had help from Flemeth.
Hear that Joe Barak is on the side of romancing Morrigan.
Shut up, little D. That is not what he meant. Liliana is the perfect romance, and her visions are real. Goddammit, I will square up.
Come on, guys, at least be nice. It's the end of the video.
You're right, Barak. Joe, what do you think is the best way to kill Loghain?
I'd say trap him in a cave with hungry bears, right as spring arrives.
Now that lets him off too easy. Why don't we dip him in molten gold and leave him as a statue in Viscount Keep?
All right, let's settle this in the comments too. Viewers, in addition to your opinion on Ostagar, let us know what you think of Logain's betrayal. Was it a tough call or was he a coward? Let us know in the comments. Our editor will even feature his favorite opinion in the next video for us to talk about.
Yeah, make sure you post it so we can clown on Barack more.
Thank you all for watching. The likes, comments, and subscriptions the editor has seen makes the days he puts into these videos. And the subscription he pays for 11 labs all worth. Thank you all very much for watching, and we hope to see you next time where Barack picks up the cycle all over again. Ooh, boys, she is so beautiful. I can't take it. Bark, 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 bark.
Joe is gooning out, so we will cut it here. Peace.
Bark, 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 bark. We are you.